Very good evening, respected Chairman Sir, Convener, senior members. The objective of this study was to evaluate the functional outcomes of elderly patients with distal and radius fractures managed conservatively with close reduction and casting, and to evaluate the relation between the radiological and functional outcomes. So this was a prospective interventional study done with a sample size of 100 patients who are aged more than 60 and who presented within 1 week of the trauma. A close reduction was performed and a below elbow cast was applied, and the cast was kept for a duration of 6 weeks. X-rays were subsequently performed at 6 weeks and for evaluation at 3 and 6 months. The radiological assessment was done on the basis of the Lidstrom's criteria, wherein the radial height, inclination and the volar tilt difference were assessed, and the patients were thereby categorized. The functional outcome was assessed based on the patient-rated risk evaluation score. These were the inclusion and exclusion criteria. Patients included were all those who presented within a week of trauma, age more than 60. Both intra as well as extra-articular fracture were included. We excluded any pathological or open fractures, or those patients associated with any associated fractures of the same upper limb, and those with any cognitive impairment or neurovascular deficit. These are the criteria used. One is the patient-rated risk score, which is a pain as well as function score rated out of 100. Higher the score, more the patient has difficulty, and the modified Lidstrom's criteria. Further subdivided into 4 categories of excellent, good, fair and poor. So the charts, as you can see from here, are for the functional outcomes at 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, which is showing an improving trend over the course of the 6 months. If you compare the association of the radiological outcome and functional outcomes at 3 and 6 months, which are the subsequent 2 charts, we are seeing a fair comparison that those having a poor radiological classification have a higher score, patient-rated risk score, both at the 3 months and 6 months, and it is better significantly for those who are having a excellent or a good radiological picture. Comparing individually to the 3 criteria of radial height, the dorsal angulation difference and the radial inclination difference, we also at 6 months found a significant comparison between those who were not able to correct these parameters and had a worsening functional score. For the discussion and review, Leak-I found that radial height and volar tilt had a significant correlation with the functional outcome at 1 year. Batra at a follow-up of 1 year also demonstrated that radial height was significantly associated, followed by dorsal tilt and radial inclination. Zukazaki has also reported, but only for dorsal tilt to be significantly associated with function. Fuji, Zoltan have also reported radial shortening to be significantly associated with poor function. Kodama and Dario have also mentioned about volar tilt and ulnar variance portraying a significant relation with the functional outcome. So the results of this study showed that the mean functional outcome based on the patient-rated risk score was found to be the following figures at these months, which was statistically significant. The functional outcome was found to be also significantly associated with radiological criteria at 3 and 6 months, and also with the individual parameters of radial height, inclination and volar tilt. The limitations of my study was, one, we had excluded a large number of patients who had associated fractures, open fractures, etc. No comparison was made with any surgically managed patients, and no assessment of physical parameters was done. In conclusion, we found that this technique is a good method to get good functional outcome, which is just conservative management, provided all the radiological parameters are maintained. These are the references. Thank you.